Hey everyone, in today's video I'm going to be doing my July Boxycharm unboxing. I'm going to be going through all of the products that I got this month, and I'm also going to be trying them out for you guys on camera. I don't really have much to say in the beginning of this video, so we're going to go ahead and get started, but before we do, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel. And I'm also doing a huge back to school giveaway right now, so if you guys want to enter that, I will have a link in my description box below, and I'll also have it somewhere on the screen above. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. So the first thing that I got in my box this month is the Dr. Brandt No More Baggage Eye Depuffing Gel. It says you're supposed to use this after your moisturizer. Warm a tiny amount between your fingers and gently pat directly on bags and dark circles. Use alone or under makeup. For best results, let it dry in between applications. Reapply as needed. So I literally just woke up like an hour ago, so I'm looking a little rough right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this underneath my eyes. So it does feel very cooling. This is one of those products I'm gonna have to continue to try out before I can give you guys like my real opinion on it. I've always struggled with dark circles, so I'm really excited to keep using this. I'll probably start using this before I do my makeup every day, just because that's probably the only time I'm gonna remember to use it. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this like sink in and really dry, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do all of my face makeup, and when I come back, we're gonna try out the rest of the products that I got in my box. All right, so now I have foundation, concealer, bronzer, and highlight on, and I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the next product that I got in my box. This is the Note Cosmetics Luminous Silk Compact Blush. I got mine in the shade Desert Rose, which is a super pretty like peachy pink blush. The cost of this blush is $11.99, and I forgot to mention that the Dr. Brandt like eye gel is $42, which is pretty expensive. But this blush just comes in this cute little package like this. I feel like it is a little bit bulky. When you flip the blush up, there is a little brush under here. I never use these brushes. I normally just throw them away. They're just like super like cheap and flimsy, so I'm not gonna be using that. I'm gonna be using my Aesthetica P12 brush to apply this blush. I got this brush in my Boxycharm. It was either last month or the month before. I'm just gonna dip in here. So it has pretty good pigmentation. I feel like the color is super flattering. It's a really nice color for every day. I love getting more like neutral blush shades because sometimes they give you like crazy like pinks, and I don't really wear those. So far so good. I really like this. I've never heard of this brand before. So the next product I'm probably the most excited for, it is the Crown Brush Fuego Eyeshadow Palette. This palette retails for $29.99, and I didn't even know that Crown had makeup products. I thought they just had brushes. I really like the packaging of this palette. I think it's super pretty. It's very like sleek, and it has the rose gold logo, and then it has this really nice like rose gold trim around the edges. This palette just has a bunch of super pretty warm toned shades. This reminds me a lot of the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. So this palette has 6 matte shades and 4 shimmery shades. So I think I'm first gonna go in, wait, where are the shade names? So there aren't any shade names on this palette, so I'm just gonna show you guys and point to them. So I'm first gonna go in with this shade right here, and already I like that there is no fallout in the pan. I dipped pretty heavily in here and there's really no fallout, which is nice, but I can definitely see the pigmentation on my brush. And I'm just gonna put this all throughout my crease. This is gonna be my transition shade. So it has pretty good pigmentation. It's blending out nice and even. There's no patchiness whatsoever. Based on this first shade, I'm really liking it so far. So now I'm gonna go in with this shade over here. It's just a little bit deeper than the last shade. And once again, I have good pigmentation on my brush, but there's not really any fallout in the pan at all. And I'm just gonna put this shade a little bit lower. Like that just blended out so easily. So far, I'm super impressed. Now I'm gonna go in with this shade over here, which is just a little bit darker, and I'm gonna kind of do the same thing, but I'm not gonna take it as far in. I'm just like honestly shocked how good the pigmentation is, and there's literally no fallout. There's no fallout on my face, there's no fallout in the pan. I like that a lot. So now I'm gonna take like this deeper like reddish brown, and I'm gonna pack this on my outer corner. This shade does have a little bit of fallout in the pan, but nothing too crazy. It's not as firmly like pressed as the other shades that I've used so far. So now I'm going to go in with the darkest brown in this palette just to deepen out my outer corner just a little bit more. So now I'm going to go in with this shade over here, and I originally thought this was like a shimmery shade, but it says there's 6 mattes and none of the other ones are matte. So I'm assuming this is a matte, and I'm just going to use this to highlight my brow bone. It doesn't look matte in the pan, but it looks pretty matte when I apply it. So now I'm going to go in with this shade right here, and this is like a really pretty, almost looks like a duochrome, like goldish, like orangey color, and I'm going to put this on the inner half of my lid. Now I'm going to go in with this shade over here, which is super pretty, and I'm going to put this on the outer half of my lid. I'm like blown away right now actually by this eyeshadow palette. It's really good. All right, now I'm gonna move on to my lower lash line. I'm gonna go back in with that first shade that I used, and I'm gonna smudge this all underneath my lower lash line. Now I'm gonna go in with this shade over here, and I'm gonna press the shade a little bit closer. I'm just gonna keep kind of doing this with each of the shades that I used in my crease. I really like the way it looks, like it's like a nice gradient. So now that my eyeshadow is all done, I'm gonna go in with the next product that I got in my box. This is the Wonder Beauty Unlashed Volume and Curl Mascara, and this one retails for $24, so that's a pretty expensive mascara. The wand is kind of cool, it's like very curved. I am gonna be applying false lashes after this, but I'm gonna go ahead and coat my lashes with this. So obviously it didn't make that big of a difference on my top lashes, but I'm also not applying that much because I am going to be applying false lashes, and I don't like to have like clumpy mascara on my natural lashes when I do that. So now I'm just going to apply a little bit to my bottom lashes. I do feel like it is a little bit difficult to apply it to your bottom lashes, but I do actually like the way that it's making my lashes look. I feel like they look nice and separated and pretty long, and I do have really short eyelashes. So now I'm gonna go ahead and apply some false lashes off camera, and I will be right back. All right, now that my lashes are on, I'm gonna go in with the last product that I got in my box this month. This is from the brand Cella Beauty. This is their eyebrow cream, and this costs $26. So I guess it's kind of like a dip brow, but it's in this little packaging like this. On one side, you have the brush, and then on the other side, when you like untwist it, the product is in this little tube right here. I got mine in the shade Tantalizing Taupe, which is probably perfect for me because I normally use the Anastasia dip brow in the shade Taupe. So I'm glad I brought a spoolie in here because this doesn't have a spoolie, which is kind of not good. All right, so I'm going to take the brush. It is a little thick. I'm a little nervous. I'm gonna dip in here. The shade looks okay. It is a little dark. The brush is just a little thick. I normally use a very thin brush to do my brows. So far, so good. I feel like this is actually one of the better eyebrow products that we've gotten in our Boxycharm. I'm not really big on like powders and pencils. I sometimes use powder for my brows, but I prefer a more like, I don't know, like strong brow. So that's why I use a dip brow. So that went a lot better than I was expecting it to. A lot of the times I get eyebrow products in my Boxycharm and it just doesn't turn out good. I feel like I was actually able to get pretty precise, but my only thing with this product is I feel like the brush is just a little bit too like thick. And the taupe shade is pretty good. It's just a little bit darker than my dip brow is. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish off this look with a lipstick. This product did not come in my box. It is the ColourPop Trapeze Matte Luxe Lipstick, and I feel like going a little crazy today. It's just a super pretty like orangey red. Alright, so this is the completed look. I am super happy with how it turned out. I really liked all of the products that we got this month. Last month we got a really good box as well, and I feel like this month was just as good. There's not really any products in this box that I'm not like that big of a fan of. If anything, if I had to pick one product that I'm not really that excited about, it would have to be the eyebrow like gel, and that's because I just always use my Anastasia Dip Brow. I'm kind of like stuck on that brow product, but this was definitely not a bad product at all. I really liked the eyeshadow palette a lot. I feel like all of the shades performed so well. The mattes were super pigmented and I had zero issues at all blending them out, and these shimmery shades were so buttery and soft. And then I also really liked the blush shade. I feel like it's a really pretty shade for every day, but I'm not really that big of a fan of this packaging. I feel like it's just like a little bit cheap and bulky. As for the mascara and then the under eye gel, I'm definitely gonna have to use both of these a lot more before I can have like a real solid opinion on them. Obviously I'm wearing false lashes right now, so I can't really give like an opinion on my top lashes, but I did really like the way it made my bottom lashes look. I feel like they look like very separated. Normally my bottom lashes look like clumpy from my other mascaras, but they look nice and separated. I feel like they look more natural. And then I don't really have an opinion on this product yet because I've only used it one time. I don't really feel like it did anything with my dark circles, but then again, I'm pretty sure you have to use it for a longer period of time before you see real results. So yeah, those are all of the products that I got my Boxycharm for the month of July. The total value of this month's box was $133.98, which is super amazing because we pay $21 a month to get this box. So I'm gonna have all of the products that I mentioned in this video linked in my description box below if you guys want to check any of them out, and I will also have a link to where you can sign up for Boxycharm if you're interested in that. Also, make sure you check out the links below for my Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook page, and follow me on all of those accounts as well. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And before you leave, don't forget to click the bell next to the subscribe button so you guys can receive notifications of when I post new videos. Thank you so much for watching.